OBS because no editing, and I really hate that all these videos have been going towards Marvel vs. DC. I don't want all my videos to be Marvel vs. DC. Just when I find an interesting clip to talk about, it's always like something like this. It's just, I don't know. This is from official Jermaine, so make sure you check him out. If you do watch this video, I don't want to be like not giving these guys credit. This is Spider-Man versus DC Universe. The guy in the picture doesn't look like he's very interested. I think he's Mr. Sinister at a comic book convention. I'm not sure. But, alright, let's run it. Hopefully I'm not Marvel biased.
Can Spider-Man run to the DC gauntlet? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Spider-Man versus Joker.
That's easy. I mean, you would think it'd be easy just for Batman. Batman just rope him up, take him away. But, you know, I think of just webbing him up, taking him away. If they had to go fist to fist, Joker doesn't really fight. I mean, sometimes he grabs a knife and stuff, but it's more, you know, mental. He goes after, uses to go after people. I don't think he could. I mean, he'd have to do something really bad. Spider-Man kill a loved one or something to make Spider-Man just beat the hell out of him, because Spider-Man would just destroy him in a fight because he's just a normal crazy dude. But Spider-Man has a lot of normal crazy dudes, and to be honest, one is Green Goblin, that's a crazy dude that has enhanced powers and armor and pumpkin bombs and all kinds of crap, and Spider-Man beats him, so you have to kind of go with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man versus Lex Luthor.
Again, same thing, very diabolical. This guy's really serious. Looks like a vampire. He's Mr. Sinister, though, but he's really, look at him, he's looking straight at the camera. It's same thing. Lex Luthor, very smart. He gets in your brain. He does got the suit. Fighting Spider-Man in the suit would be probably a nuisance for Spider-Man, but I think he could overcome it, because that, I mean, he does have, you know, tough times with like Rhino and just his regular skin armor. You know, people like Scorpion have like armor and stuff. So I mean, it's something that he's dealt with before, but I think the only way Lex would win is if he can outsmart him. But it goes into a whole debate if it's like preparation or not. If we're just going straight on fighting each other and I'm giving Lex the benefit of having the armor suit, I still think Spider-Man will get it. It's not really fair with Spider-Man, some of these characters so far, though.
Spider-Man versus Darkseid.
I mean, the guy already said Darkseid. It's basically Thanos and Marvel. Thanos, even without the gauntlet, is pretty damn strong. I don't think Spider-Man has ever... I'm trying to think of the first Infinity Gauntlet. I know he was there, but I'm trying to think if he tried to fight Thanos. But Thanos was just whooping everyone because he had the gauntlet, though. I don't know if he's ever fought him without the gauntlet. And if you go to the movie, he's fought him trying to take off the gauntlet and stuff, and they needed like 5 other people pulling at him, and Mantis trying to calm his head down, his thoughts down at the same time. And yeah, that's just Thanos. Darkseid, there's always debate who's stronger with Thanos and Darkseid, and I believe it heavily favors Darkseid because of his Omega Beams and presence. I don't know if it's about strength really, but they're both conniving and evil, but Darkseid, I think, gets this by a long shot. Way long shot.
Spider-Man versus Reverse Flash.
You know,
Ooh, this is hard. Because Reverse Flash can get a lot of people if you just look at how fast he runs and just uses his abilities. But then you think he'd be killing everybody. Easy. I only recall him ever fighting Flash. I don't think I've ever read an instance of him fighting someone else, which would be cool. It's probably out there, but like him going against Batman, I would think he would just destroy Batman. Spider-Man's a lot stronger. Flash is faster, and that would kill Spider-Man's agility. Spider-Man has fought Quicksilver. At least I know back in the 70s in the comic he did. Don't know how he dealt with him. I just think he might be too fast. The only thing I could think of is like putting web on the ground, maybe him getting stuck on it for a second to slow him down. But he'd have to be fast enough to do it without him hitting him. Because that means I think Flash could be the Spider-Man. I don't know. That's really hard. Because I don't want to get... Because Speed Force is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's not fair with the Flashes. Because I think a lot of it is just like... A lot of people, like even like Hulk, Superman, they shouldn't be able to keep up with it. Like, I know Superman's fast, though. But... I think they proved before Flash is faster than Superman, I believe. So I feel like being just quicker, I guess like you have to get a lot of hits off, and Superman would probably be able to handle the hits. Spider-Man, I don't think Flash has extra strength, so the hits may not hurt Spider-Man as much, but over time it would hurt him. So I think Reverse Flash.
No, it's tough. I don't know if that spider sense is, faster than Reverse Flash, so I'm gonna go with Reverse Flash for this one.
Spider-Man or Deathstroke?
That's easy. Deathstroke is they made Deadpool the poor man's Deathstroke. Deadpool and Spider-Man have fought many times, so I'm comparing it to the Marvel world, like who he would fight that's similar. And Deadpool's enhanced, and he knows a lot of combat. I think more than Deathstroke. They really piled it on Deadpool when they created him. And Spider-Man can go up easy against Deadpool, even with Deadpool using guns and all that. Spider sense is a thing, and it's just, it's just. I think people that are just humans are going to be hard to say that they can beat him without like some big thing, like Lex without his suit, and stuff like that. So I think Spider-Man couldn't be touched by Deathstroke. It'd have to be like from afar. I mean, he'd even have spider senses then, so I don't know.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man or Black Adam?
Ooh, I think it'd be Black Adam, because the Captain Marvel and Black Adams really feel like a Thor to Marvel's contrast, and I gotta look at what Spider-Man has fought in Marvel world that could be similar to this, and I would think if he fought Thor, I can't remember if he's ever fought Thor. I can't remember. Or someone that's along those lines, like I would have to put like I don't know how high. Dude in Squadron Supreme. I don't, but I think Black Adam, without getting too much into it, I just think it's too powerful. Let's just go with Electro at one point. Just has electric powers. This guy's got lightning as well, and Electro kind of gives Spider-Man a hard time. Spider-Man usually will beat Electro, but this guy got a lot of flying, a lot of strength. Take Spider-Man airborne, and Black Adam would just crush it, I think.
Black Adam.
Spider-Man or Sinestro?
I guess depends if Sinestro has his ring. But yeah, it's just some of these cosmic guys are really, really hard to deal with just a dude that's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that just has super strength, fast abilities, or fast agility, spider sense, webbing. That's basically what he has going for him. You gotta think of scenarios like how would he do it? Would he web him up this way? Can he dodge every punch? But I think Sinestro would just have something bigger that would hit him. Without thinking too much into it, I think Sinestro would get him. I think he'd have too much power to overdo Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man doesn't really deal with cosmic people from outer space and stuff like that. Really, and when it's a symbiote. Basically, and that whooped the hell out of him when Eddie Brock got it. So we're going with Sinestro.
I think that Spider-Man could beat your average lantern ring holder. Sinestro is higher than average. I'm gonna go with Sinestro.
Spider-Man or Brainiac?
Again, man, this is hard. Brainiac's like fist fighting. I like Spider-Man would just whoop him. I think fist fighting. Brainiac's not like a fighter. But so like if they're fighting, like it's hard to say. Like if they're fighting. What is the scenario? Because Brainiac, he gives Superman a tough time. I mean, and I know Superman could beat down some Spider-Man. So with that knowledge alone, I'd have to still say Brainiac. It's too hard.
Brainiac. Spider-Man or Harley Quinn?
Oh, dude, that's easy money. Harley Quinn sucks. I'm sorry. I don't like her in her cartoon. I don't like her in the movies. I don't like her. Anime series, she's annoying, but I appreciate what she did there. But her show is god tier. HBO show is so good. What's her name? Kelly Coco should play Harley Quinn in real life. I'm sorry. But she's just a chick. That's crazy. That there's nothing that there's nothing. She's just an average criminal.
And Spider-Man easily, no diff.
Spider-Man or Bane?
Ooh, this is a good one. This is more on the lines of like a Spider-Man villain. Bane is definitely like a Spider-Man villain. You gotta look at the Rhinos, the Venoms. See, Spider-Man has fought Venom pretty well. So much that him and Venom had to team up to go against Carnage in the comics. So that shows Carnage how strong Carnage is. But I think of Venom based off the Venom that he's... Bane pumps himself up to get stronger. Thinking about Marvel Venom that has a symbiote suit that makes him strong and like the spider sense doesn't work on him. I think Spider-Man would get Bane, to be honest with you. The super strength would be over Bane's super strength. Batman has trouble with him because he's just an average, not average dude. He's a dude at his peak of human, but he's not a superhero. Or superhuman, I should say. Not a superhero, but not superhuman. So I think Spider-Man, actually, I wouldn't say easy, but close to easy because Spider-Man is just way too strong.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man is stronger than people think. People underestimate Spider-Man. Has more tensile strength than Bane, and he's like quicker. People underestimate Bane. People think he's dumb. He's not. Bane's a fucking genius. Spider-Man comes out of that one.
Spider-Man or Two-Face?
Spider-Man, 100%. Two-Face is just a mobster with a gun. No special powers or anything. That's not even worth my time.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man or Scarecrow?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man or Ra's al Ghul?
Ra's al Ghul's a really good fighter. He's really good. He's very manipulative, but he needs his crew. You know, he needs his guys out there to help him usually win. He goes along with Batman again, just a peak human, and Spider-Man would whip him up. These last ones are just not even worth even comparing.
The thing about Raish is that he's like more of a plotter. So if you kind
Raish or Ra's, it's always an argument, and I always say it wrong, I believe, because I know it's supposed to be Raish, I believe.
if you get to the end of his scheme and just sort of catch him, he's a great combatant. And the funny thing is I think that if Spider-Man goes toe-to-toe with Raish, Raish should be like, you found me. Here, take this sword. Let's duel.
Right.
I think Raish would win a sword fight, but Spider-Man, knowing Spider-Man, he'd probably be like, no, screw this. And
Spider-Man versus Penguin?
We're not even going to get into this.
Spider-Man versus Poison Ivy?
Again, she's got a decent power, but she has to be able to touch him to poison him, and she'd have to use the environment around her. Let's say we'll give her leverage. If they were in a garden fighting with trees around her and stuff, it would be difficult for Spider-Man, but I think he could outpower the veins and the trees and stuff like that that usually rope up Batman and, you know, whatever. I think, Spider-Man would pretty much take it easy.
Spider-Man
versus Mr. Freeze?
That'd be a little more tougher. That's more of a lines of a Spider-Man villain. Like Pete, what was his name? Paste Pot Pete, shooting gummy stuff. He was a joke in Spectacular Spider-Man. He always showed up. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's all gonna be all luck for Mr. Freeze. Spider-Man's not really luck; it's just skill. Mr. Freeze he'd have to shoot him at the right time to freeze him. Now, if he got frozen, Spider-Man's kind of stuck, but Batman goes against Mr. Freeze and beats him a lot. He is a little more diabolical than, like, a Scarecrow. Scarecrow is, and Penguin is, but he's got that kind of, on top of being like them with the mind games, he also has a weapon to freeze people. But I still think Spider-Man, because Batman could get him, and Spider-Man could get Batman.
Spider-Man versus Zod?
Dude, he says Zod. Zod, 100%. Zod's like another Superman. There's just no way. Much as I love Spider-Man, Spider-Man's up there as one of my favorites. Zod would just punish him. And probably one hit and it's over. It really wouldn't happen.
Spider-Man versus Doomsday?
Same thing. I hate Doomsday. I think he's a dumb character. I think he's really stupid. He was created just to have Superman die. But he kills Superman. Spider-Man can't touch Superman. So Superman's dying, Spider-Man's dying.
The funny thing about the way DC scales Doomsday is sometimes they make him unstoppable and sometimes they make him a jobber.
Yeah.
Even if we go in the middle of that, oh man, that's tough. I'm thinking back to that issue where Spider-Man took on Phoenix Force, Colossus, and Magic and just barely came.
Ooh, that's such a good one. I forgot about that. If you ever read Avengers vs. X-Men, 5 characters, 5 of the X-Men, Namor is kind of like an X-Men. They got the Phoenix Force split up in between them, and Colossus, and I believe it was his sister. Why am I drawing a blank on her? I always do this during these videos. I always draw a blank. Magic. I believe it was him and Magic fought Spider-Man. Spider-Man went all out and was beaten and bloody, but he was probably gonna die. But he put up a fight. I just wanted to throw that in. Like, it was a savage Spider-Man in that, but Doomsday is still gonna beat him.
Came out alive. I gotta go Doomsday with this one.
Spider-Man or Steppenwolf?
Steppenwolf. It's just not fair. Way too powerful. Out of his rim. Out of his nature. He can't touch it. There's nothing. There's just nothing he can do. I'm sorry,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man or Black?
Whoa! He went with Spider-Man? You kidding me?
I'm just gonna put down Steppenwolf's abilities just to like have it out there. Just write Steppenwolf. If I can spell it right. Steppenwolf abilities. Okay, godlike physical prowess, mental genius. His virtual immortal warlord whose formidable attributes make him nearly unstoppable conqueror. A new god of apocalypse and Darkseid's military general. I mean, why was it so quick for him to say it? Like, come on. I already was like, dude, this is out of Spider-Man's realm, man. Just had to go give a little basic confirmation of what he does. You're not stopping Darkseid's general. I'm sorry. It's not Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw, Spider-Man can maybe go against, but he is magic and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to get in that debate because maybe Ebony Maw can take him, but I don't want to get in that debate.
Black Manta.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Black Manta would get destroyed by Spider-Man. Black Manta would need to be under the sea. Yeah, Spider-Man break his helmet off just like Mysterio.
Can Spider-Man...
That's it. Wow. Well, DC did a lot better than I expected because a lot of these are really biased with Marvel always winning, and I hate it because I'm a bigger Marvel fan than DC, but I don't want to always give it to Marvel because there are times DC has the upper hand, and this is one of them. Spider-Man loses to a lot of their powerful characters. DC has like the problem that I maybe don't connect with a lot is they have so many godlike people that are so powerful. So that's why I think people, if they resonate with DC, they like that vibe. Or like, you know, Green Lantern, he has a ring that could basically do anything. You know, it makes these people like superheroes, you know? And Marvel makes them a little more like have weaknesses, I guess. I don't know. So it just depends your type of superhero you like. So with a lot of the villains and stuff, like some of them from space or anything like that, dude, you can't touch them. That's like, you know, and it sucks because they have to face them a lot. Like Superman's got to face them, Wonder Woman's got to face them, and that's like facing Thanos almost like, you know, every few months, and that wouldn't be fun for anyone. And Spider-Man couldn't handle Thanos every few months. But that's what I think. That's what I thought. Hopefully someone watched this and can chime in what they think is different or agree with me that some of these are totally wrong or totally right. Gonna turn on OBS and turn it off, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.